So what is your job in this musical?
I do lights for the musical.
So what does that mean?
So like pretty much you start off with like, well, it's obviously it's lighting, putting lights on the stage. But like so it kind of just starts off with like watching the show and getting a feel for the show, and then you eventually start building cues with the physical board. You build cues with the show, and then so you add them in to make sure that there's light on the stage and that the color all like work with the show. And you also have to like hang lights and stuff because sometimes there's not a light where there needs to be a light, so you have to hang the light so it's there. And it's pretty much just you put lights on the show, you build lights on the board, and then you click once it comes down to the show. It's a lot easier of a job because all you really do is just like click the buttons, and then you click the go button, and then just it goes through all of the cues.
So what's your favorite thing about participating and why you choose to participate in theater in this musical?
So I do it for one because I love it, but it's also for like the growing opportunities to keep like growing at my technical theater skills, but it's also for like the community and getting to know not only all the techs, but also you get to know the actors, the student directors, the stage managers, and it's a really fun environment.
What do you do? What did you do in the musical?
So, I did, in the musical, this year I played alto saxophone. Yeah, altos, the alto saxophone, the soprano saxophone, and clarinet. The occasional kazoo. So that's kind of what I did in the pit orchestra. So I played the music. For the musical? Can I give a really fun fact? That's related to pit orchestra.
Sure.
So when I was in 7th grade, I went to the high school musical with my dad, and I never realized that there was an actual live band. I always thought that it was just recordings, even though I was at the musical. And so I was really confused when I came to the high school and I had the chance to do pit because I thought it was fake. So that's my fun fact.
Okay, what kind of time commitment is it to be in the pit orchestra or to participate in the musical in general?
Too much. So the time commitment to be in we start rehearsing. So last year we started rehearsing in January. This year we started rehearsing in the first week of February. And we start off with 2 times a week, and we slowly move up to like 3 times a week, 4 times, and then we're going every single day. And then at the end, we go for 2 Saturdays normally. It's a lot of hours, hence why I would like a nap. But it's definitely fun despite the fact that I am tired. So would recommend if you like music, but not naps.
How difficult would you say is it to balance the musical and schoolwork and personal life?
Quite difficult. To balance, I feel like you can make it work. I was able to make it work, even though it might not have always been the best choice. Like, I still was able to do track. I would just have a lot of like late nights and running back and forth. You just have to like plan your weeks before they start to be able to do more than just theater, which I always had to do. Like Sunday night, I had to like plan where I was gonna be every hour of the week.
Okay, what's your favorite moment from it?
I guess there's a lot of things I liked. I like collecting quotes in my phone just throughout the year and then getting to write them on the back of like my show tag. I will say I did like in the last show, I don't think anyone noticed, but in the first half of the show on the last night, someone from the pit threw a penny at one of the actors on stage, and and I know I'm not gonna snitch who it was. I'm not gonna do that, but I will say it happened and it was funny, even though no one probably noticed but us. So that's probably one of my favorite things. That was funny.
That got hit by a penny.
I don't think they didn't hit them though. I thought they just went for it.
With a penny was Carly. It's Chris's fault. It was not us. He just happened to be on stage, even though he didn't have a penny. We had the penny. Okay, yeah. We'll just take the blame as the pit collectively. But yeah, that was probably my favorite. Collectively, that, so probably throwing the penny was good, and I got the chance to use my inflatable shark costume.
All right. What was your role in Urinetown?
I was Little Sally. I was an actor.
What was your favorite moment from Urinetown?
Definitely going down the slide on the set.
All right. How was the time commitment for Urinetown?
Honestly, it was pretty long, and it's definitely like not something you can just put like half of yourself into, but everybody there makes it seem a lot faster than it actually is.
How would you suggest other people who want to get into theater to balance their time?
So if you're super new to the program, I'd recommend maybe doing kids show first, because that's only about a week or 2 weeks of commitment, and then you can gauge if it's right for you and you're willing to give more time for that.